Swifty rolling that shit wrist protect, fully shooting the cut, so please don't creep. Money come in like Jeff it flip. Who that nigga say run this strip? Nigga a bitch, nigga a snitch. Whole time niggas ain't got no sticks on God. Nigga push up to the goddamn spot, don't make it how we in the spot. Yeah, bro, working the pot in pieces, hitting this shit, don't stop. Yeah, we train to the top, yeah, walking sacks on why I caught. Yeah, she blocked my shot, but now I'm lit, she want my cock. All I know is guap, man, fuck that, love my heart on lock. All of my time ice clock, yeah, push 5 whips, we used to walk. That's it.
Boom! Left ear.
Hadj in the motherfucking dome, man.
It's Billz in the motherfucking cut, man. Let's see what's going on, man. New hairstyle, man, you know. And I'm to the left of me, we got SBC Swouly, man.
It's like this what we're doing. And today we're gonna be reacting to a trap beat video. It's inside T Grizzley's $500,000 jewelry heist.
I heard a lot about that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is one of the things a lot of people know about T Grizzley. We just decided to watch it because we wanted to like bring a little different content or whatever. If y'all want us to do more of them, put them in the comments below. We could, if y'all want, we could do the Pooh Shiesty one. If y'all want us to do the Pooh Shiesty one, man, get this one 400 likes. 300 likes. Get it to 300 likes.
Yeah.
300 likes, we'll do the Pooh Shiesty one. It's longer.
And you know what's kind of surprising, like kind of weird about T Grizzley seems like he portrays like a good guy to me. Like when he talks and shit, like he don't do nothing, no criminal shit. So
nah, that's after he came out of jail.
Yeah,
Nah,
but I'm not gonna lie with him. I feel like he was always smart because you know he is smart. Because that's like he went to
college.
He went to Michigan State, so I feel like he was always smart, bro. And so you know one of the songs was like book smart, street smart, but still all that dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like a nigga the room,
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, don't forget about me on the road to 10K. Thank y'all for the support. We should be there very soon. Maybe by this video we'll be at 9.9. So hopefully.
But y'all help.
Yeah, y'all help.
Starting from the moon, man. That's how we rockin'.
Yeah, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, on the road to 10K.
Let's
see the video.
Alright, let's get the video started. Play out.
Free to
The FBI is working to learn if 4 men arrested for a robbery at a local jewelry store are tied to similar crimes across the country.
Why y'all fuck with me?
Oh, you stole my shit!
What I steal from you, bro? I'm about to send you your money back.
Police say these 3 men walked into this Jarrett near a busy shopping area Tuesday night around 7 with...
I'm not gonna lie, that's the first time I've seen like a white. He looks like a super white supremacist, right? But I'm gonna say he's not, right? And then he has the regular American flag behind his wall. It's kind of surprising. I would expect him to, the way he was sounding, I would expect him to have that.
He sounded like a regular.
Bro, if he had that on his wall,
I don't even know why you did.
Why?
hammers.
That's crazy. I just can't believe that happened here.
We checked their backgrounds and all 4 men are from Detroit.
Alright, so somebody's life story that I've always appreciated was T Grizzley's. Consistently good rapper. I always look forward to hearing one of his verses, but a lot of people I don't think know his full story. This is a man who was destined for university, but somehow ended up in Kentucky on the floor with a gun pointed to his head in the middle of a jewelry heist, right? He was trying to pull off. So this particular story covers his younger days when he was casing out robberies, spanning across multiple different states, and this iconic moment when a dude confronted him after the fact to yell at him for stealing his Xbox back in the day.
You stole my fucking Xbox One, my fucking MacBook, my fucking iPhone. I had a wallet, had about $190 in that bitch.
Now we're gonna get into all of this, but first, let me show you my song of the day. This is Oreo J. Check him out. Now, in order to understand T Grizzley's story, we gotta travel to Michigan, more specifically, Detroit. Everybody in America knows Detroit is a tough city. They've been through a lot. Severely underfunded, underprivileged, and its manufacturing industry got absolutely decimated. A lot of hardworking people were left with no work, no jobs, nothing to sustain life with. You could travel to Flint, Michigan and find out the water crisis over there where people were not getting clean water to drink, and the government has not done a thing about it. Now the story of Detroit comes with harshness, and T Grizzley's story is no different, right? He grew up in a family of drug dealers. His mama was a drug dealer, his pops, his auntie, everybody around him was selling dope. But a lot of people, they see T Grizzley and they got...
That's Saturday, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy how his mom and his brother had came out. Now his brother locked up again. It's crazy.
What's his brother locked up for though?
I don't know.
Some shit, I forgot. But
He probably violated some shit.
Yeah, and them niggas look like twins, bro. When I seen that picture, I was like, nah, these.
he got, and I like a rapper too, though. The nigga.
Yeah, he decent.
What I was gonna say, for some reason I feel like him and Sada Baby is somewhat related, bro.
Yeah, they got
something
in that video. I'm not gonna lie, that seemed like an older video, and he was in it. And Sada Baby was in it.
Yeah, that was the thing.
I heard he signed Sada Baby, and then after that, I don't know if they got into it. I don't know if they still not cool, but there was a time when they wasn't cool though.
Yeah, that was the truth.
He was at the funeral and everything, so I don't know.
But now that I think about it, that does make sense because after T Grizzly got into that, well, they say he got into a shooting with Youngboy and them.
Yeah.
And then probably not that much later, Sada Baby was calling Youngboy gay because of that thing. The boat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now he said a couple things about him, I think though.
I'm fucked up. This was a kid who was destined for university, getting accepted to major in finance, despite coming from an environment of material destitute. Now, just as T Grizzly was hitting that pivotal moment at the end of high school, his pops gets murdered. His moms gets sentenced to 15 years in prison. And shortly after, Grizzly gets a letter in the mail telling him he gets accepted into Michigan State University. But tuition is like 15 grand a year, and some kids that get accepted into school don't even have the option to go. This was a big...
Did his mom snitch?
How?
She didn't do 15 years.
She didn't do 15. I think she did like 7.
Yeah, but I mean,
niggas get parole every time.
Unless they did that shit, you know how sometimes when you do half the sentence?
Nigga, if his mom was snitch, we would've known.
Yeah.
We would've, a lot of niggas would've known.
Bro, she probably got parole, bro.
Most likely.
Niggas get parole all the time.
Shit, fuck parole. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like in a situation I wouldn't want parole unless jail's really that bad because nigga, it seems like when you want parole, you're just like it just seems like you're
jail.
Nigga, I swear to God, I'd rather have parole.
I'd rather have parole since my son has money. If my son had money, I'd rather be parole.
You wouldn't rather have parole than be in jail?
I would if I know my son had money to support me and I could be in his house with parole.
I'm just saying if it wasn't in that situation.
If I wasn't in a situation,
I still want parole.
I'd rather be outside.
And that's not that. I'm just saying. I just feel like if we like kind of comfortably in jail, then I'd rather finish off.
There's no such thing as comfortable in jail.
Some niggas, you're basically trying to say if you moving good, like you in jail.
Nigga, the whole point in jail is
even
regular leave.
Yeah.
So
even niggas that move good in jail, I feel like they're rather
The opportunity for Grizzly, so he went for it. But he knew he needed a job. And as you guys know, in order to get a job,
I forgot what to say this, but the thing about jail too is some niggas that want to stay in jail is because like they know that they can't live. Yeah, like it be niggas that have been in jail for like 30, 40 years and they don't want to come back to the real world because they know everything.
They can't adjust.
Yeah,
they can't adjust to that shit. Especially like homeless people. Well, they like to go to like homeless people like to go to jail because it's easier to sleep there than being outside. So I see why you would say that being in jail would be better. But me personally, if I had the option between parole in jail or prison, I stay. I leave out. I get out.
So I feel like if I was ever in a situation where I have to be a homeless nigga, oh God, I'm gonna go try to rob a bank.
I always say that.
They're about to give me a peasant some money, and I don't have to do the jail time.
You need experience, but in order to get experience, you need a fucking job. So Grizzly heads up to MSU. He invites one of his friends from his neighborhood to go up there and take part in some of the opportunities. And one day, this friend comes to him with 11 grand in his pocket. And Grizzly's like, yo, how did you get 11 grand? Whatever you're doing, I want in. Well, it turns out the friend was doing B&Es, which is breaking and entering. That's when they came up with this plan to basically ransack the dormitories on campus. They started systematically robbing these dorms for all their valuables, right? They take computers, cell phones, and whatever cash people had. And the great part is they did this while people were sleeping at night. Grizzly's a big guy. I don't know how he was able to tiptoe into people's dorms and steal their shit at night like he's a fucking Grinch. T Grizzly and his friends successfully pulled...
That really doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
How do you let somebody...
He's 6'4", bro. He's big. Yeah, and he's like 300 pounds.
No, he was kind of skinny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His mugshot is not that big.
Yeah, 6'4". Yeah. Nigga, Sada Baby was taller than him. Sada Baby ain't no 6'6".
Sada Baby is tall too, though.
Nah, he wasn't that tall.
Well,
He's
Sada
tall.
Baby's not taller than him, though.
But this thing is at least...
Nigga, I just see the picture of him and Sada Baby.
Yeah, Sada Baby was taller than him.
Well, that's Sada Baby. Grizzly's not 6'4".
Yeah, he's 6'4". I'll give him 6'6".
He's 5 something.
I give him 6'4", bro.
You
5'11",
6 something.
Nigga,
you gotta find out.
In the Breakfast Club interview, they said he was 6'3". So I don't know.
I mean, he might be 6 foot, but...
I gotta be 6 something, bro.
Nigga, but Sada Baby can't be...
Bro, he's
Sada Baby could be, nigga, the way he be hooping, nigga, he be hooping like he a big nigga.
5'11", I knew it.
That fucking guy.
Yeah, I give him 6'4".
God, this guy.
I'll take it 6.
I'll say maybe 6 foot with shoes.
I give it 6.
That's me too.
Bro, I watched this Breakfast Club interview not too long ago. They say he's 6'2", 6'3".
They lying.
Some niggas do be lying, but I do think he's about 6'4".
If I go on Breakfast Club, I'm telling them niggas I'm 6'4" for that.
Yeah, I'm already 6'4".
Pulled off 12 robberies. By the end of it, they got at least $10,000 worth of stolen merchandise and nearly $10,000 in cash. But that's only how much the police recovered. Grizzly had about 40 laptops and 20 iPhones in his room, but the police were catching on to them.
You recognize these guys? MSU police want to talk to them about a recent theft in North Hubbard Hall. If you have any information that can help, call MSU police, or you can go to their Facebook page to leave an anonymous tip.
Unfortunately, as they were planning to leave, the police intercepted them. Word got out quick that Grizzly was apprehended, so one of his friends ran to his dorm in order to grab the stuff that was stolen.
I feel like I call this a Grizzly burger. Let's look like one, bro. I feel like unless you niggas know that shit.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, I actually look like one in that moonshot.
Move it somewhere else so the police would get off their trail. He moved all the stuff that Grizzly had stolen into his own dorm. This actually hurt the cops' case because it was tampering with evidence. So the police had to let Grizzly go and take a couple months to actually build a case and get some evidence. That's when his friends came to him with this plan for a jewelry heist. A smash and grab over in Kentucky. Now, for those of you who don't know, a smash and grab is exactly what it sounds like. You go to a jewelry store, you bust the display cases, you grab the loot, and you run for your fucking life.
Nigga, there's no way Jared to have that type of jewelry.
That wasn't Jared.
No, it's like GIFs. Like, you know, they just show random. Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say.
I think that's Icebox.
Yeah, I think that was Icebox. Cause
they got Jareds everywhere. So there's no way they got that shit.
It's up to Xbox to season it.
Yeah. At the time of this story, jewelry store robberies in the States resulted in losses of $66.5 million just that year alone. God damn, sounds like it works. So Grizzly, who already had an arrest warrant for his prior burglaries, decided, fuck it, I'm probably gonna need some lawyer money. If this goes well, I'll be able to pay for that, and financially I won't be ruined. So his plan was to go with his friend to Kentucky. They set up in these apartments, they stole a car, and the place that they were targeting was called the Castle. Now at the time, they thought it was a jewelry store.
Alright, so you see how right now he said basically if he goes to Kentucky and does that heist, he's gonna have money for a lawyer for the Michigan shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I was wondering like if we basically just give you a lawyer money, like what like
dirty money?
Yeah, like, yeah, you can give you a lawyer dirty money. Because
that's why scammers be getting out.
See, the thing is, he's not really. He's gonna sell the jewelry and get clean money, so that's not dirty money anymore.
Remember Tariq? Like if it was a power, remember he went and sold hella drugs and gave it for his mom.
I feel like the judge asked how did you afford that lawyer? Like say if a nigga if you fucking.
I think that's doing
technically that's none of their business. As long as you have a lawyer, you're able to get your case filed.
If it was a bank robbery, you would have been left on. Because you know, bank, they have the money, like, print, I don't know, some shit on there. You can tell.
Well, I know what he's trying to say, though. It's something, I forgot that I watched that you can't use dirty money to pay for something.
But that's true, though. Would get clean because it's not necessarily money.
Broke ass, like, if they know you're doctors, they have no way you got money to just go for the top lawyers.
Yeah. Some niggas give up everything for lawyers.
Yeah, like give up a house or something. Yeah.
It's cars.
Turns out it was actually a pawn shop, but they had this whole thing planned out. They made a call to the police in the area and they told them there was a shooting over at a school to get them moved and away from the area. With the police headed in that direction, Grizzly and the boys in the stolen car, they went up to the Castle, which they thought was a jewelry store, but it was actually a pawn shop. When they get there, they've got hammers in their pockets, they go in, and this is Kentucky. It's like 90 degrees out, and they're wearing hoodies. So the owner immediately confronts them and says, why are you wearing hoodies? He tells them, oh, we're boxers, right? We're trying to lose weight. Smart move, quick thinking. Now after a minute or two, nobody's doing any action. So Grizzly immediately grabs the hammer, smashes some of the display case, and says, let's grab these Rolexes and let's get the fuck out of here. But just as...
You know what's crazy? Because he said
in the song, yeah, I was just about to say that.
He was like, I wasn't even supposed to smash Rose because my bro was taking too long to do it.
That shit literally just popped up in my head too. It's
it's like a newer song.
The second day out, I think.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it is not a newer song. It's an older song.
Yeah, definitely.
That's funny.
As they're gathering the loot, they hear, freeze! one of the customers had a gun pointed directly at T Grizzly. Now, don't forget, this is Kentucky, so of course the customer had a gun, right? Of course he did. Now, it takes the police over an hour to come to the scene because they thought there was a shooting going on at the campus because Grizzly and them called them to tell them that. Now, Grizzly was found guilty of the botched robbery, and they had to sit down and do some time in Kentucky, which, by the way, the prison in Kentucky is terrible, bro. Yeah. It's one of the worst prisons in the US. And after he served time there, he had to go do time in Michigan for the dormitory burglaries. This made Grizzly...
So, do you think they did that robbery not armed? Like, they didn't have...
It was not. They only had hammers. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, they did have guns.
If they had guns, that would have been turned crazy for secret.
The thing is, if they had guns, it really would have turned bad because then
you probably would have thought of shooting a nigga that had a gun on him.
Wait, did he say I have parole in two states? I can't move on 2K.
That was after. Yeah, that would mean after though.
No, he's asking does he have parole?
I know he's talking about.
Yeah, I got parole in 2 states. I can't move.
No, I think talking about the people. He actually named the places he had parole.
No, he said that first day out. He said I got parole in 2 states.
I can't move on.
Yeah, he was just asking if that.
Sometimes Michigan Road, they don't know what he gonna remember.
Yeah.
That part, that's what he's talking about.
No, he's not saying that's not what he's asking.
So
he's just saying, is that what he said?
Yeah, because I thought he said 2 cases.
Nah, it was 2 parole.
Wait,
I got parole in 2 states. I can't move on.
Into the man he is. He took his life story and he made First Day Out, the track that basically gave him a career. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, is Grizzly's got some of the best jewelry right now. The Grizzly Bear piece, the Cuban links that he has, and that illustration of his downfall being because of a botched jewelry heist. And then now, he's got some of the best jewelry in the game. I just think that's a beautiful illustration. But yeah, man, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.
But you know? But you know what I'm thinking though? He didn't really explain like how he beat the cases though.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't say nothing.
He never did the time.
Nah, he didn't. You don't get a lot of time for robbery.
But T Grizzly said he went to
yeah, it wasn't armed, so it damn near was. He did 18 months for the one what's the name, and then after that, then he did some time for the one in Michigan.
But the thing is, regardless, the title didn't say nothing about. He just said inside the look of the thing.
I was gonna say because T Grizzly made it seem like he beat 2 cases.
He damn near did.
That's what I'm saying. He said off the chart every back, which I'm 2-0.
Yeah, you know that thing too. Like, I think when he robbed the jewelry store, that made his case in Michigan even worse.
Yeah, it did.
But 2 years, 2 years for all that shit.
Yeah.
I would consider.
Nigga, now, but nigga, 2 years in the worst jail. Fuck that.
Oh yeah, nah, but he served how much in Kentucky?
18.
18, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget about it. On the road to 10K. Thank y'all for all the support. And give us more suggestions in the comments below if y'all want. Get the 300 likes and reaction to Blue on if y'all want. And we out there, bitch.
Bye.
Out of my time as clock, yeah, push 5 wheels, we used to walk.